Hi YouTube, Unkert here. In this video, we're going to use Python and the Python module requests to get information from a brewery API online. We're first going to print that information out to the console, and then we're going to write it to a CSV file. So let's get started. The first thing I need to do is import the module requests. And if you haven't installed this, you may need to install it. And you see it's giving me a bit of a warning here. So if I hover over it, it says no module named request. So let's install that package. Okay, so now it's installing down here. Okay, and requests has been installed successfully. Okay, cool. So now we can begin to use it. So we want to get the URL of the Open Brewery Database. So let's go do that. So I'm going to type in openbrewerydb.org. And it comes to this website, and there's a place where you can read the API documentation. I want the list of the breweries here, so I'm going to copy this. Okay, and I'm going to put it in a variable called URL. You could, of course, name it whatever you want, but URL seems to make sense. And then I'm going to create a variable called page, and that's going to equal to requests.get, and then we'll pass in the URL variable. Okay. Now, I'm also going to get a JSON response from this, and I'm going to create a variable called JSON_response, and I'm going to set that equal to page.json. Okay, now what we can do is we can print out the JSON response. Okay, so if I run this program, we'll see we get this JSON response here where it has the brewery ID, you have a key of name, the brewery type, the address 1, there's an address 1, address 2, address 3, a city, a state_province, or sometimes state. So we're going to have to take that into account, postal code, so on and so forth. Now, I live in Colorado, so I'm interested in the breweries on this list that are in Colorado. So let's figure out what those breweries are. So I'm going to comment out this print here, and I'm going to loop through the breweries by saying for I in range, and then I'm going to do the length of the JSON response. Okay. Then I'm going to say if the JSON response at index I with the key of state_province, and I'm going to make sure that's lowercase. So I'm going to say dot lower. If that equals Colorado, or if the JSON response, at index I with the key just state dot lower, if that equals Colorado, so either of these two equal Colorado, well, then I just want to print out the brewery name to start to the console. So I'm going to do print JSON response at index I, and then I'm going to pass in the key of name. Okay, and that should print out all the breweries on this database that are in Colorado. So let's run that. Okay. And you can see here we only get 4 breweries. So 10 Barrel Brewing, 105 West Brewing, 12 Degree Brewing, and 14er Brewing Company. Okay. There are definitely more breweries than that in Colorado, but only 4 on this database. Okay, so that's cool. So we've gotten that. I'm going to get rid of this line here. And what I want to do now is I want to basically create a CSV file and write some information to it. So I'm going to say CSV_file equals open, and we'll say brewery data or Colorado brewery data.csv. Let's do that. Colorado brewery data.csv. And we are going to append to this file here when we write to it. And what I want to write to it, let's just start writing to it. So we'll say csv file.write, and we want to write the brewery name, the brewery type. Notice I'm separating these with commas because this is a comma separated value file. We also want the address, which I'm just going to use address1 in the JSON file, and we want the city. I think that's enough information. At the end of these labels, I do want to go down to the next line, so I'm going to put in a new line character. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this line, and I'm going to say CSV underscore file dot write, and we're going to write the JSON response at index I and give it the key of name. Okay. After that, we just want to write a comma in. So we're going to do CSV file dot write. I'm going to write in a comma. The next piece of information I want is going to be the brewery type. So I'm going to do CSV file dot write, and I'm going to do the JSON response at index I, and I want the key brewery underscore type. Okay, and then I want the CSV file dot write. I'm going to put in a comma. Next up, I want the address, so I'm going to do CSV file dot write JSON response at index I. We'll do the key address underscore 1. Okay, we need to write another comma, so I'm going to do CSV file dot write, do a comma, and then I'm going to do CSV file dot write. We'll write the JSON response at index I, and we'll do the city. Okay, and then at the end of this, I'd like to put in a new line character, so I'll do CSV file dot write, and we'll write in a new line character. We'll go down here, and we'll do CSV file dot close. Okay, just to close everything out, and yeah, I think we are good to go. So let's run this. We finished with exit code 0. That's usually a good sign. So let's now check out our data. Here it is. So we have this Colorado brewery data.csv, and we've got the name, the brewery type, the address, and the city. And then we've got this information. So it's a large brewery. We've got the street address and the city. So we've got Denver, Castle Rock, Louisville, and Denver. Okay, cool. So now let's go to our Google Drive, and I think I just need drive.google.com here. We'll go here. You notice I've done a few practices here. We'll upload this file. So we'll do a file upload. Okay, and Colorado brewery date. Okay, so we're doing the upload. The upload's complete, and let's take a look. And we've got our brewery data here. Pretty sweet. Let's just make this a little bit more readable. Drag it out. Okay, cool. So we've got our information in a Google Sheets. We fetched that stuff from the internet. If we had a ton of stuff here, it would be really easy to get that tons of that data right into either a Google Sheet or a Microsoft Excel file. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.